a passport of heaven. It's a means for you to serve Jesus with comfort. If you are healed or you are delivered by his grace, it doesn't mean you are a candidate of heaven. It's just for you to serve him with peace of heart. There should be no complexion in you. There should be no complaint in you. There should be no conflict. So they are warning us, you and I, on this verse 32, that remember those days, those early days. Remember those early days after you had received the light, when you endure in a great conflict full of suffering. The worst time that we are being tempted, it is when we are blessed. That is the time Satan is coming to tempt us the more. And that is the area people want to see the real character of you. Someone spoke to me, a young guy said, sometimes I was watching on TV, say I was laughing until I asked him, why were you laughing when you were watching the TV? He said, the way you behave with us when we are making sport, the way you behave with us, and then there's the nature that he's seeing on screen is a different nature. You know one thing? There is one thing that the Spirit of God keep on reminding me, that always think and remember where you are coming. Because by you being in their midst, they themselves will have hope that someday their story will change. Even you are placed on top of that horse, don't only look for a prestigious place, arena, prestigious hotel, prestigious restaurant, important personality in town to make them friend. Go back to the street. Those are the highest people that will protect you and guide you. Those people that you want to go, and those class of people, you will be measuring, ego will be there. That's why you see me, Benjamin. I don't know if I'm humble. I don't know if I'm rich. I don't know if I'm blessed. I don't know if I'm poor. Because there is nothing that identifies me. The only thing that identifies me is for me to maintain the way I operate and I live. Let me tell you something. Everyone has self-accusation. When you do something wrong, it's just that man's heart is too stubborn. But everyone has self-accusation when you have committed something or made mistake. But me, Benjamin, if I'm operating and then I keep on and I keep on benefit that tranquility in me, I know the hosts of heaven are backing me up. That's my conviction. Means that I can go to a decision. Later on, I come back to that decision. Means that they have instructed me. But if I make a decision and then you see I don't come back easily to it, no, they have hold me back. Because the heart of men is to pull their brethren back. That's why you see I'm very skeptical about people. Not that I don't have passion for them, but I come closer to you with plenty of reserve. As I'm with you like this, sitting like this, I'm calculating more than you calculate me. And when I sit like this, when that instinct just comes, say, leave this place, I leave. But you change seats. That instinct say, leave this place, I will leave. But you will change seat. You say, no, maybe this arena, this place, this canopy is not conducive for me. Let me go to canopy in 15. There is one thing that the Spirit of God spoke to me in 2012, that my son, we will lift you up more than your expectation, but don't abandon the testimony of your conscience. The testimony of our conscience, it is God talking to us. There is no other place, there's no other part on our body that we can hear from God. We don't hear from God from our ear. We hear from God with our heart. It surprised many of you. It baffles many of you that how does this young guy keep on moving forward in his projects? Where does he get the money from? Let me tell you. The testimony of your conscience is your success. The testimony of your conscience is the organizer of the next day. Is the organizer of your future. Don't abandon it. It is God talking to you. Don't contradict him. Don't invite the other spirit. We call it spirit of distraction. Spirit of doubt. And when it comes, it nullifies your faith. It sidelines your faith. You begin to live with idea, opinion of people. You must first of all know about yourself. Then you approach people. It doesn't mean tomorrow I will not have advisors. I still have it up to today. I have them. It may not be plentiful, but I have them. I can also run. I get. But I'm centeredness of myself. Because if I fail, you that I brought you, I bring you closer to me now. If I fail, you run. Eh? You don't need to have your company and allow people to manage your company for you. You remember that you are the vision bearer of the institution. You are the vision bearer of that institution. If it fail, they have not failed. They will go and look for employment somewhere else. But you have failed. That's why I don't abandon the testimony of my conscience. That's why you see, you will be seeing result. Because the hosts of heaven are backing the vision up. The testimony of your conscience, they are backing it up. The influence of money brings about pride, ego. But the Bible is warning us that remember that light you have, that light you had, someone had it in the past. Some people had it in the past. Be careful the way you manage it today. This is what he's telling us here. Sometimes you were publicly exposed to insult and persecution. And other times you stood side by side with those who were so treated. Name me of that now. On that verse 33 means that what? Side by side. Those who had nothing. Those who were not treated well. Those who nature was not really fair to them. Because nature deal with us. Those who nature was not really what? Fair to them. Those who nature did not treat them well. You were also with them side by side. Always remember. When you remember, you will constantly have strength to stand when there is a test. Success provokes character Success provoke character. But if your faith had been affected by the Most High, the first thing he will try to maintain in you is for you to live in soberness. It's for you to be content. It's for you to be determined. Those are the things. You will be promoted in society. You will be elevated in society. But he will keep you. He will keep you. If you see him on the street, you will not know who is Benjamin. If you even come here, you will not know who is Benjamin. Because there are many of my things that are spoiled. I cannot put on until I have instruction. There are some of my things that I cannot put on. Now I've developed body. I cannot put on because they did not give me instruction. And before you, I'm not too special before you. Because they also warn me, don't allow anything that you achieve in my name to affect those who are not like you. That anything you achieve that I will make happen in your life, don't allow it to affect someone who is not like you. That's why he's encouraging us here on verse 33. That sometimes you were publicly exposed to insult and persecution. At other times, you stood side by side with those who were what? Maltreated, so treated. They were not good. Always think about that. Always think about that. So that your faith you are confessing. Faith persevere to obtain results. The perseverance in faith is to produce. And no one can determine the type of result your faith will bring. Only Jesus. No one can determine the type of result your faith will produce, because our faith, it is unexplainable. Our faith cannot be identified. That's why you see, I try to elaborate here that faith we call substance, but it is not the real thing. It is not what you see. It's not the substance. But the real thing inside that substance cannot be figure. You only see its manifestation. When I was confessing this thing, this structure in the past years, it doesn't mean that there was money somewhere. There was no money. Indeed, there was no money. But faith was keep on telling me that you can do it. Is that not so, sir? Say you can do it. But there was no money. That's why you see some of us that we are here, some of us have land, but it's very difficult to build. Because when you hear your friend only how much he has spent, it frightens you. Frightened exists, but it should be a stepping stone to have strength to cause your own to happen. To do what? To cause your own to what? To happen. They will exist. The pressure will come. But when it comes, speed up in faith. Do what? In the other side, another angle about faith. Faith can be translated to risks. in the other side of faith, it can be translated to what? Risks. Why? Because you don't know the outcome of that risk. There are some people, they take risks, they die. People take risks, they survive. That is also faith. Can be translated to what? Risks. And anything that provokes you, that does not make you happy, it mature you. Anything that does not make you happy, it provokes you. You do it just to rescue the situation at hand. You will mature in it. Like now, people are saying that, when will this church? No, I'm 30 something. Where will this church? People coming from far and wide, people will feed this church, maybe in and out. I'm saying, child, before Jesus, if he allowed them to come, they will seize my mic from my hand. So he will elevate me in that dimension that when they come, they must follow the instruction from the testimony of my conscience. If you even manage your institution with the testimony of your conscience, if you are managing your career with the testimony of your conscience, if you are managing your marriage with the testimony of your conscience, there will be no trouble. Why should I be the one to do this every time? Why should I be the one to do this every time? No, you also need to do it. My brothers and sisters in Christ, if you are privileged that you are constantly do something that looks light, continue. It's for the betterness of your now and your future. My late father, each time he will get us up when we see schooling at 5 in the morning. We had this bitter leaf behind, behind like this. And there was 2 trees of mango trees. We need to sweep it before going to school. When we get up, maybe you will see they still sleep there. But you are forced to look, to go and water them. You sweep them. There are some certain things we deprive our children to do nowadays. It will affect them in future. There are some certain food you deprive from your children to eat. It will affect them in future. It will do what? Whatever we are doing today, it will be seen and be noticed in future. All what I'm saying here is based in the what? The testimony of your what? Your conscience. This is what the Bible is telling us here. On the 34, you suffer along with those in prison and joyfully accepted the confiscation of your property because you knew that you yourself had a better and lasting possession. Hey, you are what? Are you in prison? Are you in prison? Are you in prison in this row? Are you in prison in this row? Are you in prison in that row? You are in prison. Because you are seeing prison there. If your faith is not producing, are you different from someone in prison? It means that you are what? You are in prison. Me, you are what? You are in prison. Do you know your property have been confiscated? Eh? I'm elaborating Bible. Do you know that your property, you are still suffering? Do you know your property have been confiscated? How? How do you know your property have been confiscated?
Because I've not yet got what I want to have.
Clap for him. When you are placed from where you were designed from the beginning in your mother's womb, you will have satisfaction because he is not satisfied. And all of the church people are not satisfied. Satisfaction is when you have that relationship with the Holy Spirit. Satisfaction is not the property. So you are in prison. Many of you have only one dimension for money to come in your life. When that dimension is blocked, you are gone. When that angle is blocked, stop, you are gone. But if you have that relationship with him, your resources has no end. Your supply is for the four angle of this world. So don't read Bible and attribute it for those who are in prison. You are also a prisoner. You are a free prisoner. You are not in chain. I say you are a free prisoner. A liberty prisoner. Same thing that a gossiper, a liar, a womanizer, and a clubby person, they are the same. The same punishment. You also that you are here, because the person in prison, they have confiscated his life, they have confiscated his idea, they have confiscated his liberty, they have confiscated everything about him. Nothing can work in his life. But you are a free prisoner. There are some of you, your destiny, someone somewhere is sitting on top. You are just roaming around, you are living corpse. You need Jesus to take it back and restore it back to you. I'm one. If you say you want to go and block east, heaven will open west. Because he knows me. He has placed me. If you say you want to go and block west, he will open south. And east will be open back. You cannot fight someone that heaven has identified. You cannot find someone that heaven has already placed on his own original position, seat. You cannot fight it. So, mark it today. Yeah? You are a prisoner. I say you are a prisoner. He said what? You suffer along with those in prison and joyfully accepted the confiscation of your property because you knew that you yourself had better and lasting possession. At the end of the day, you will become what he has designed you to be. Some of you even sleep without eating, but prisoners, those in prison, they even eat every day. We hear at times we hear somebody will say, I've taken his blessing, I've taken his career, I've taken his property and carried it to the sea. I've taken this one, I've blocked it. There are many out there. Even some more are still here. If you are not prepared to provoke Satan, he will not leave you. He will not leave you. There are some of you, you have crown on your head, but you are a truck pusher. There are some of you, you're supposed to be the governor of this region, but you are with bike. There are some of you, you're supposed to be a leader, but now you are a beggar. Some of you, you're supposed to be now landlord for houses, but you are still on rentage. It does not bother you. Is that not confiscation? You have confiscated your property, confiscated your career. He said, Master, leave man. Master, they square me for the day. And then God can provide me to pay the rent. I'm okay. I'm happy. My brothers and sisters in Christ, I always encourage us that, parent, that let us always live with plan with that money. Don't allow money to meet you empty, but let money meet you with plans. That's why you see, the day you go and take their Jangi money, there are 1 million from Jangi, you take that 1 million. Because there's no plan. The first place, boutique. Hey. If you want to show me, wait for that married. If you want to show me, say, don't wear suit. Go to the market, the store, and ask the latest suit, the latest gown. Me and my wife will show them the next marriage. I get married, they will see us there. I get married. Because you have no plan. Some of you may even have that plan because of the things of this way, because of measuring yourself. The money. And when you move 100 there, the money changed from million to 900 and that. You people need special class. You want like this general class like this, maybe you don't understand. You need to ask me some questions. How do you do? If you cannot abandon your body for years, you will not celebrate for years. Don't see the parent on the street. Some of them that you see them, they behave, they are begging 100, they are did like that, they live a life that is not. Everyone on this planet Earth had a moment of what? Of privilege. Everyone. But most of us misuse that moment. And it will affect your old age. There are some parents, they are farmers. They do farming. Establish a business of retirement. But when you do farming, you know that farming is self-employed. You can do it. You will not do it until you are 70, until you are 80. So as you are doing it, establish something that will be your retirement. How many of us, as you see it, as you see it, as you see you dress well, good thing. How many of you they were insulting you that a man or go when he ever wears suit? What is suit? Maybe my own suit that will start wearing will be transparent. Please, we don't have plan. And faith does not work with a discouraged heart. Faith does not work with a tired heart. Faith works with a busy heart. Faith works with a project heart. Faith does not work with a lonely heart, a complaint heart. Faith. You know why? When your heart is empty, when you complain, when it's lonely, it means that what? It means that what? It means that what? It means that what? It means that you are empty. It means you are empty. Tired heart, lonely heart, complain, doubt. It means you are empty. But your heart must be busy. Think about project. dream. At the age of 24, when I was still selling bread, I said, Father, I will not clock 30 without you blessing me. That is just prophecy by myself. Is it? No, age of 18. Not even 24, because 24 years old, that is the moment I got married officially. 24 years old. Just 2 years interval. I started this commission at the age when I was 26 years. Then I started this commission that heaven approved. Since then, if you meet my family, you ask, there's no year for 12 years now that I always sit every year and say, this is planned for the family. Planned for God. I will have grandchildren. You will have grandchildren. You will have great-great-grandchildren. What are you doing to preserve their future? By buying car, building enterprise, do clubbing, occasions, pay a price in that name, Jesus. It is a seed you have planted for eternity. It will speak for you when you are lying somewhere. It will speak for your generation that will come. Are we conscious that we are giving birth to children? If today a life is over, where will those children will be where? Where will they hide rain and sun? So you want that they will put their corpse in that house of rentage? Or they will go and find a small canopy, put it outside, put your body there. Live with dream. Your faith is inactive because he has not found anything. He did not find anything there. He goes back. He has not found anything there. It's just empty. Gone back. That's why you see there's some people that every week, every month, they will sew new dresses because that is their plan. But that dresses, the day you will die, some will not even put on. They will throw it, or they will burn it, or they will go and give it for orphanage. Their children will be roaming around. I begin to give you history about your father. May your faith had plan. I said faith means fulfillment. All of us had faith. But heaven, Christ need to affect it to bring fulfillment on the lamplight. Some of us do saving, but just because our heart is full of measuring ourselves with others, comparison. New dresses always come every year. New skirt comes every year. New material to sew gown, suit comes every year. But to put on them, preserve yourself to put on them tomorrow. The first revival we had here, the crusade we had here in 2000 and early 12. One of my sons that is not here. We went at just this angle here, this track here, to look for those who come and play. I had one of my slipper at Boss. Was 2 rope. One of my slipper at Boss, not Bobinga. After they had Bobinga, 2 rope at one. They had one of my track shoot. It was like nylon, and then he has wrapped like this. And then when I'm walking, is like spring. He had wrapped, and I went to my tricot. I was sweating. And then when I met him, met the brother, he said, "Why don't you push to organize yourself to come and play?" So that my son was the one talking to them, and then they asked him that, "Where is the man? The man of God is where? Is he in the house or where is he?" They never knew that I'm the one. He said they laughed. That was he come and spoke to me. I was very far. They laughed. My struggle from the beginning made me strong. They came. We paid them. They say, "It is 50,000 or how much?" We paid them. They bought their instrument. As I entered the house, I came out. They called the young guy. That man, we called him. Come. Now that man we show you so remember. It's the same. I demonstrated. Faith now was now in action. They were the one confessed to us that his prophecy is accurate. Because at times when they take them to go and play in those areas, bush, men of God, they will go and do information. Houses, take number, all those things. But the man of God is coming out to hold that crusade now in that town. Begin to call those names. I hope I've never invited anybody for my program. I know that I'm not alone. For 1 week. The struggle was almost put me to discouragement mode, but heaven energized me. When I look at some of us, and then I begin to ask my question, that Father, where is this inspiration coming from? It's a gift. I don't make jest of you, but I want you to wake up from sleep. You are in a slumber, not even sleep, you are in a slumber. Maybe if heaven say you will stay until 80, maybe it is in your 75, your eye will open. That you are a beggar on the street. All that sickness accumulate. Your leg, I swear, you poop on. Make use of the opportunity you have today. Tomorrow is too late. Today you see some pastors, they are beggar. But they were famous in Kumba. They pulled route. But today they are nowhere to be found. Radio does not talk about it. If you persevere, you will discover the right channel. And when you discover the right channel, Holy Spirit will channel you. But if your perseverance is for some selfish interest, selfish gain, you will backfire. My children were asking me, Benjamin, when will this place grow? You say we'll be this place. You say time will come, we'll do this. We'll be a house of God, and then we'll be where a lodge that all of us will be staying. Do we that are working with you? And I said, don't worry, that time will come, and you will see it if heaven will permit you to be. I don't blame some of us. It's because we are still blind. I pray may your heart be busy. Don't say the money is too small. Anything that is small, and then you know you mean it in heart, it will become big. Will become what? Will become big. So do not throw away your confidence. Okay, that is it on verse 35. So do not throw away your confidence. It will be richly rewarded. Like what one of the brothers just said here, you are confident. Confident. Confident in what? Confident in yourself. That God will richly bless you. This is what he's telling us here. So do not throw away your confidence. It will be richly rewarded. 36. You need to persevere so that when you have done the will, I mean, there's a condition. When you have done the will of God, you will be what? You will receive what he has promised. Means that what? There is a condition if you have done the will of God. If you have done the will of God, you will be what? You will receive his promise. Means it's condition. When you go to witch doctor, they give you condition. You go to spirituality, they give you condition. So you just feel and think that you have legal right for God to just bless you. Before God want to release what he promised you, you need plenty of evidence. For God to release what he has promised you from the beginning, when you were still in your mother's womb, you need plenty of evidence. It is evidence that makes us to press on, not to think back, not to look back. So that's what he's telling us there. Persevere. And no one can determine the outcome of perseverance. Only Jesus does. No one can determine the outcome of perseverance. No one can explain the meaning of perseverance. Let you go to dictionary, that is what literal people, intellectuals has put there on paper. But no one can, when it comes to the spirituality, spiritual side, no one can explain the meaning of perseverance. Only Jesus does. Let me give you this a story I usually give to people here. In 2013, I was choked up with my family. One room. Single room like this. Choked up with there. And then a force came to me. A force, driving force, came to me like this. Bam! That began to profess all what you want in future. All what you want. And then they carried me whoop, inside my cupboard. I took my wallet, my purse. Hold like this. They said, begin to profess all what you want. I need this. I need this. Profess it. Since from that day, I have never go down on my knees and ask for material blessing. I don't ask for material blessing. I know the one that is in me is aware for what I need. All those things that I professed in that year 2013, I've seen them. They are coming one after another. They are coming a little way, but they will become big. They are coming little, they will become big. They are coming little. I've seen all. They are coming little, they will be big. He said, no, this is just an atom. You will see element. Because if you are sincere with your works, the evidence will prove himself. Persevere. Don't calculate Jesus, because some of us go to church, we calculate him. I don't overstay for you 5 years, my change. Then I see, I cannot hold you here that remain here in Mount Zion. No. Search for truth. Truth will see you through. But if you are not true, you will not find truth. If you, the person, you are not true, you will not find truth. You want to be blessed now?
Yes, sir.
You want to be blessed?
Yes, sir.
Have you examined yourself to see that you don't have some property, you don't own some property of Satan?
No, sir.
And you know that you are still drinking now. All of you, none of you have some property of Satan. So you carry on your hand like. Le ant. To stand in praying to God, you need to be neutral. Neutral. Before your prayer can reach him. When I'm praying, you do your rubbish. But then will pray for me on Thursday and Sunday. That prayer is not working. It's not working. You know why I'm saying not working? I cannot deny to pray for you, but I'm not the healer. I'm not the healer. I'm not the deliverer. I'm not the blessing provider. But I cannot. If you stand on my father, if I say I will not pray for you, my father, if I let us say I pray, I reach towards him, I dodge him, I pray, he will be depressed. So they will say, pray. It is not they that answer prayer. Pray. It is not you that answer prayer. It is me, the King of Kings, that answer prayer. So when you come every day, you say, you're here, I will pray there, I will pray there. It may subside, but it's not destroyed. Someday will kill you. How will it kill you? Do you know how it will kill you?
No, man.
Yeah, subside. You know the meaning of subside and destroy?
Totally damaged.
Subside.
A cool down.
You know rust now? Rust when you eat iron. Voila. So that is what's happening to many of you. Because of what? It is an insult, ridicule to pray for you, and then you go back home and continue your behavior. You think it will work? At times you go to doctor. Doctor will say to you what? Will confess that stop drink, stop this, stop woman, stop that for this so and so month, year. You stop it now. Why? So that your immune system should be balanced. So you just feel that you can respect doctor, and then you insult God. Now I could do my thing there. Now if we present, he will bless me, he will heal me, he will deliver me. You are wasting your time. That's what many of you in Manzon you are suffering of. I'm a reference. I've been in ministry for 12 years. I have never run to a bishop, a prophet, a pastor, evangelist, a preacher, a teacher for enlightenment. You know why? I've deprived myself not to make mistakes, not to dialogue in the things that Bible has forbidden, the things that they are not in unison with Jesus. When you live life like that, your life will have meaning. Don't think that what people are doing here in church, I don't know. I know. But I'm not the judge. I cannot come in your privacy. Then say I don't have friend. Because if I make you my friend, when I'm preaching here, you will think it is what I know about you that I'm preaching. You may let run church. It is the truth. I love you or have passion to come, but I cannot make you my friend. Because I will love it today, I will hate you tomorrow. How? I will preach something that maybe I saw. Maybe someday I will come to your house, you will not give me water to drink. Oh, you be say a friend, you say, I knock the face, go, oh your door. Oh, Daddy is man of God. Contain that I'm not there. I say she do me too. Contain that I'm not there. Let me tell you, I'm giving you all this because it is what we face in our day-to-day life every day. So I'm trying to make you be conscious. Realize yourself before it's too late. Stop pretending that you are serving God, but that you are serving the God you do not know. That's why you see all our young pastors in Kumba, some like me. You will miss some of them. They are not independent. If you miss some of them, 99% of them, they are not independent. Even in the way. That's why my father that is sleeping was the most persecuted man of God in the universe. You know why? Because he was practicing an independent heart. He was depending in heaven. And the moment you depend in heaven, you will be hated. And to depend in heaven, your character, your attitude, your behavior must change. Where would they kill me? Where would they catch me? I don't go me for meeting. I don't know their meeting. I don't go me for party. I don't eat me anyhow. I don't drink. I don't drink wine. I don't do all those things. I'm not fanatic for those things. So we just hate the truth. That's just all. We just hate the truth. We just hate truth to be human. So I cannot stop not to pray for you. I will continue to pray for you for God to have mercy on you. But He is the one that answers prayer. Not me, not you. Then when you see someone can come, that is just his first day, the person receives. You say, but what is happening? I have been in the ministry for some years now, for time now, but what is happening to my life now? You see now? You just said maybe the church is not working. Whether you are the cause. You are the cause. Say, the body of pray for me, it really try, but nothing is working. You are the cause. I say you are the cause. Philippians chapter 1. Philippians chapter 1 verse 29. That Philippians there. Chapter 1. You take 29. Philippians chapter 1. 29. For it has been granted to you on behalf of Christ, not only to believe in Him, but also to suffer for Him. Philippians 1 verse 29. I read again. For it has been granted to you on behalf of Christ, not only to believe in Him, but also to suffer for Him. Matthew 11. Matthew 11. You take 2 to 3. Matthew chapter 11. You take verse 2 to 3. When John, who was in prison, heard about the death of the Messiah, he sent his disciples. Even John had doubt, but he did not fit in his doubt. He did not abhor his doubt. 3. To ask him, are you the one who is to come, or should we expect someone else? Are you the one who is to come, or should we expect someone else? You are here in Mount Zion. You have not even asked yourself, Lord, give me understanding. Is Benjamin true or Benjamin false? Jesus was a man of fewer words. He did not reply instantly to the servant of John the Baptist. They're going to tell him, blind and seeing, go and tell him, I'm the Messiah. No. If he knows the assignment of the Messiah, go and tell him what you have seen. Go and tell about my deeds. It was faith in action in the life of Jesus. Some of you here in Mount Zion, you have been here for a long period of time. What you have seen, you are not still convinced. What you have seen, the deed of this place, you don't still believe. You still doubt. But John the Baptist, as a leader, did not fit in doubt. Isn't that what there is in the Bible? Is there in your Bible now? Are you the one? Go tell them which you don't say. Go tell them which you are the one. Is that no result? Jesus was merely confessing the result